Good morning, guys. Looking good, looking good. All right. Let me get my little chat set up so make sure we can see the chat. All righty. Just getting our last few little things set up. We're about to start that new 15-minute candle. That's the 8 o'clock to 8:15. Not really sure what the morning's going to bring. Tomorrow is what is it? Non-farm payroll. So hopefully tonight's not super choppy. And we had what, about 300-point move overnight? It looks like at least 200. I mean, that's a fairly big move for the London session. What, 217 all the way down to what, 9? Looks like 80 there. I'm actually kind of liking the move back to the upside. I'm hoping that we run this hourly candle, maybe push down to this pivot and get that push back up to the upside. We still, anything can happen in the next 30 minutes. So all we can do is just kind of be patient and wait. So hopefully we can keep our streak going. It's going good. Another good day. I'm just not sure if we're going to have a lot of chop this morning being non-farm payroll tomorrow. So I don't know if we're going to be waiting on those numbers to get released or what. So I just know I don't feel like getting chopped up if it's the case. At least not on my fundeds. I mean, we'll still sling the evals around. We'll just be cautious when trading the funded accounts. Good morning, Futures Trade. How are you doing this morning? I've also been kind of dabbling in I started this morning because I was just more curious about it because keep hearing people talk about it, is the volume profile stuff. But I'm going to watch it over here off to the side. I tried to set up some footstep candles that I built through, I watched a couple videos on how to build footsteps or foot something, candles. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. So here are the ones that we built this morning on NinjaTrader. So we're gonna watch them and see how they do. I don't know if we'll take any trades off of them because I'm very new to the order flow. I hear a lot of people constantly talking about it, so I was like, I'll see what it's about and see if it helps me at all. I don't really care to be overwhelmed with information when I'm trading. I like to just keep my stuff simple because most of the time I'm just trading support and resistance off of levels like pivots, previous day close, highs, 4-hour candles. I mean, just that type of stuff. So we will see. Did you take any trades last night, Futures Trader? Future Trader, did you blow up that Lucif account yet? Or do you still have it? Usually those free accounts, man, they'll get you. I don't know what it is about free accounts, but it's very few people pass those, it seems like, man. They get those free accounts and they're just like, oh, it's free. Oh, that's awesome that you still have it. Usually those free accounts are like I want to say they're cursed, but it just seems like your trading mentality is not there because you didn't drop any of your real money on it. So you're just like, let me go in with 3 minis or 2 minis here and blast. Get a little careless on the free accounts. That's what's happened to me every time I got in a free account. So, all right, we got our 15 minutes popping here. So, guys, if you're new here, this is usually kind of what we take our trade off. Let me shade that in. I feel like I had to change charts or something. I'm not really sure what happened with the charts. I like for that candle to kind of stand out. Oh. Yeah, I would like to do that one day. But I still probably stick to prop firms. I like the fact with prop firms, I know how much money that I have on the line in case I have a tilt day. Oh, dude, trust me, I'm horrible at typing myself, man. I be fat fingering stuff all the time. Either that or I don't go back and read what I typed and I'm missing words or something. So I'm horrible myself. I never learned how to do a fluence like typing piece person. Usually anytime that, even when I was going through like college, I pretty much was just, 1 and 2 finger typing. I couldn't put all my hands down there and go, oh, no, we're just a 1 2 finger, 1 finger with the index like going like that. Then the worst is when I like when I'm sending like a text or something and I don't feel like typing it out, I'll just do a speak text. And that really gets a little on the wild side if you don't go back and read your speak text, because what you're speaking and what the texting is communicating is it can be way off. Oof. Future, what are you using for your entries? Are you doing like support resistance or or do you have like a bunch of like little parameters that you follow for your entries? Kind of like if you're say, taking an ICT trade where you got to, run a low, run a high, break a structure, pull back into a fair value gap, or, all the different little setups. Or do you stick more to the like breakout levels? Okay, nice. Yeah, that's my favorite too. I like trading levels. I've I've just recently gone back to adding pivots to my levels because I kind of got away from them. But you know what? I was like, the pivots work really well. If you can be patient and wait for us to break above a pivot and get a 5-minute candle print above that pivot, dude, the last 2 days, that setup has offered a 100-point move the last 2 days, but it don't come usually first thing in the morning. It's always after the 10 o'clock hour. So one day we did catch one of the 100-point trades, but the next following day, some of my trades are really time consuming. All right, let me find something to listen to while we're patiently waiting for the market open. Have we got no, we're still waiting on to get our 15-minute candle. So far, this is not looking too bad for our 15-minute opener. The smaller this is, the better. I like when it sits here and just kind of consolidates. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get my. I know one thing. I got to get rid of this random where it has like random backgrounds. Some of these backgrounds are so bright that drives me insane. It's just too bright. Remember, guys, tomorrow's non-farm payroll. All right. All right. What do we want to listen to this morning? Probably about the same crap we listen to every morning to, little alternative. I like a lot of the 90s music. So the play that we caught yesterday on our setup was it was basically that quick push down and a blast back out the top. So we're at the bottom of our 4-hour candle. So this is why I kind of like the longs this morning. You got the 4-hour previous candle right here that we have not ran. Look, we're right there at it. We got the 4-hour candle, a pivot. Like I would like to see it just swipe these lows of this 4-hour candle, then pop up where we can run back to the top of the previous hourly candle. I say up to 25, 50, 60. And if we continue higher, maybe back up to the previous day close. Then next option would be for us to push back up, say, into the 25,000s. No more than 50% of this candle right here holds, because that is a possibility of resistance right there when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles sitting at 25.20, and then come back out the bottom and blast this pivot. I don't know. It's in a weird spot between that consolidation, the 4-hour candle, where it could just kind of go whip back and forth on you. So could make it a little bit on the tricky side. I know one thing, guys. Trading the opening is different every single day. It's never the same. There's always something new that, all right, we could do this, do that. You just kind of have to just wait till the market opens and see if you can grab something in that first few minutes. So, let's see. I'm hoping we get another little, at least 60 to 120 little run. We're going to be copy trading 2 funded accounts. I can't even bring my charts over. So my one funded account, we need $900. That's that one that we just took $1,000 payout on. And my second funded account that's close to payout, we need another like $900. So we got 2 funded accounts that are within $900 of another payout. So that's why we're just kind of shooting for the 120 a day. If we can continue this, I'm hoping within the next 10 days we can reach that with no more than 1 or 2 losses max. I don't think we're going to be able to get an opening trade tomorrow. And I only say that because it's not farm payroll. So you could get like that 100-point move before the market opens, which completely messes up the charts. I've never had much luck trading after we've had news and when the market opens. So I got to get used to wearing these blue light glasses, man. Staring at this computer screen's been making my eyes struggle from staring at screens so much. All right, this is what here's the if you're just joining us, these are the two setups that we're looking for this morning. We're either looking for a pop to the upside to find resistance here at the 30, the 25, and to come back through the bottom. We got about 15 minutes. We just completed our 15-minute candle. We take all of our trades based off on that 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock 15-minute candle. So from 9 to 9:15 is how we take our opener trade. So either we will get short here at the 80 if it pushes back up to the top and hit this, or we may get long here as it breaks back above the 25. I just don't know how much room we're going to have to work with this morning. You got a pivot sitting at 948. You got the 4-hour low, the previous 4-hour low sitting here at the little, 78 it looks like. And then back up to the top side at 25, you got a bunch of wicks there. So let's see. That's just something I've been trading for a while. I trade that 9 o'clock candle, the 9:15. I'm not sure about what people are trading the 8 o'clock one. So I know I've heard people trading that one, but I haven't really looked in it behind it. It just kind of gives me a spot to look for breakouts. That's all. And if you go back and look at past charts, most days we trade back into that 9 o'clock candle. All right, we just ran the 4-hour candle. Let's keep that marked out and see. So that was the first break of the previous 4-hour candle. Here, I don't know if we'll have like a 50% pullback up here where the previous 4-hour candle is, all the way back at 25.90. Wait a minute. I can't. It says, okay, I'm marking up my charts right now. I'm about to be on the same hype as you. Hey, man, whatever works for you, man. All these boxes mean something to me. There are higher time frames. So my opening does look a little bit more on the messy side because I like to know where the higher time frame candles are. So these boxes that you see represents, this is the 4-hour candle, and these are your individually 1-hour candles. So that's why it looks like this. We trade off the 5 minutes. This way, because I take the opening trade pretty much every single day. And this way I can see where the higher time frames are doing as far as the lows and highs go. Because I almost take the opening trade every single day. What about your self space? What do you trade off of? Most of the time, whenever we run this 4-hour candle, we get like a nice little pullback. The orange line at the 50, that's a pivots for anybody that's trading off pivots. Okay, you like the 5 to 1 minute? I used to do the 1 minute a while back, but I haven't done it in a while. Okay, so you mark your charts out on the 15 minutes and take them on the 5 and 1. Okay. This is kind of where I would like to see us blast back out the top, guys. You have patience, but not that much. I try to be as patient as I can on my funded accounts. My funded accounts is pretty much where I try to be the most patient. But also the funded accounts where I'm trading the opening. So we're going to be copy trading 2 funded accounts. Actually, I need to make sure that's set up correctly. Yeah. Now, if I start saying I got my eval out, that's when I take a little bit more trades is on evals. Kind of liking the longs here since we already ran the 4-hour candle. The only thing that worries me about the push up, like I said, is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 6 or 7 5-minute candles sitting here. Or either one of these deals where it pushes up into here, then comes out the bottom side. What's up, Nix? How are you doing today? I don't know where my chat is. I don't know where my TikTok chat is. There it is. What's up, morning, morning, Don? How are you doing? Sorry about I was so delayed. I was I at the moment I don't really have a reference. I was probably looking for the move to the downside if we push back up and all this consolidation right here on the 5 minutes held. We already ran the 4-hour candle. So most of the time when we run that 4-hour candle, most of the time you're going to get like some kind of pullback, even if it's like 10 to 20% of the previous 4-hour candle. So if this was at the opening with a lot more like volatility, I would definitely be looking for a long out the top side here back above the 25,000s. But we're already kind of getting that move pre-market. So we already ran the 4-hour candle. So I don't know. It already took the one kind of move away. So that's usually the first setup that we're looking for, is waiting for us to run the previous 4-hour candle or a hourly candle. So this is the 4-hour low of the 4-hour candle. So you can see we already kind of ran that. Then most of the time we'll push back up anywhere between 20 to 50% of the 4-hour candle. To me, it's going to be kind of tricky because of this right here. I feel like that's what's going to make it be, to me, the difficult to go long. You're going to be running into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is that? 6 times 5 is about 30, 40 minutes of a consolidation. It's almost like I'd rather see it push up, hit this, than come back down through the 4 minutes. Then that'll at least give you to the 50 here for the pivot down there at the 948. This is also the day before non-farm payroll, so it could be choppy for us. We may be waiting on the non-farm payroll numbers tomorrow. This has actually been a fairly hard week of trading. We've had a lot of just like choppy price actions starting out where people are just getting their counts, just seek and destroy on both sides, at least until like that, like, I don't know what, 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning. So what do we got? We got about 2.5, 3 minutes here, guys. It was right here. That 4-hour break of the 4-hour break was. I can give you the level. Was at 473. I mean, sorry, 973. 973 was the break of the 4-hour candle, or 72. That was the previous low of the previous 4-hour candle. Ooh. All right, we got about less than a minute to go, guys. You think you're going to be chopping around this morning? It looks like we're going to reverse through it. $30 seconds left. Yeah, we may wait and see what happens with this first 5-minute candle. I don't feel like getting my face ripped off on the first thing in the morning. So I don't know. We'll just wait and see what happens. Like I said, every day is a little different. Uh, Fairly mild open here. Let's see, we get through that. There's that first hit there. So that's why I was nervous about the longs. All right, we got through it. Woo. Nice. Maybe heading to the midnight candle. What's up? Oh, you're short bias? Just looking for a 70s push real quick. It's stalled. Ah. Oh, nope. First. Oh. All right. All right. First target. Didn't get the second target. What a bummer. So that second target's usually 30 points. But that's pretty normal. We hit that 25, so we only got the 15 points off of that. I get a little worried taking trades on these opening 5-minute candles whenever we're this far up. So that did hit the 75. So this is what I talk about the whole number. So 75, pull back to what, 50, 60? Then we're going to have to just wait. To me, I think we're going to 102 before we pop back down. A lot of down wicks in this area. We might have missed it. I was looking for the 102 to get hit for it popped back down. We may miss it. This way, if it don't come down, we're no loss. So that 102 is kind of like my midnight candle, and we have all this consolidation in here. So uh, I'm getting weird delays. I still anticipate a pullback here, guys. What's up, man? What's up, NQ level? No. I'm getting horrible feels. There we go. We're just in this with 3 micros. Mm, looks like we're going to get stopped out on our 3 micros here. All right, Elusive got stopped out there. All right, we'll go to Take Profit Trader. Now that it stopped me out, it's probably going to pull back. Uh, the reason why we shorted that's our midnight opening candle. It usually always pull back below that level. It's just I just didn't have the big enough drawdown we needed to hold. So that was what we were looking for a while ago. That 20-point reversal. Mm. I can see this going all the way back down to the 50. Oh my God, dude. No, we always get a reversal off that candle. But we don't usually get it this early in the morning. So usually it's like a later in the morning type of hit. What it is, that's the midnight opening at that 25,102. Rejected again at the 102s. Yep. Midnight candle. Another rejection off of that midnight candle. A lot of times that'll even be the high of the trading. Then we'll sell back down quite a bit. Whew. Man, I can't believe we just missed that whole trade, guys. I wasn't going to take it twice, or I wasn't going to try to enter again. Excuse me. I feel so robbed. All right, let's see what happens here off of the 9 and 21 and see if we can start moving back up here. Uh, I should have traded the trusted the ES. Mm. Oh, you never got filled. Right now, guys, we're just kind of sitting on our hands and just kind of waiting. Is anybody in a position right now? I lost my one chat here. Sorry about that, TikTok. I get a little focused on watching charts and I forget to look at the chat sometimes. Needs to be back above the 102s to consider it long, at least for my, you know. We'd have been rejected that level multiple times. That 102 got that 102 got hammered again. Nice. Finally got back above that uh, previous day. Then your next hit's probably going to be the 37s. Next level for hit. I'm just annoyed that I missed out on this freaking 102 trade. Dude, are we going to lose that 102 again? We need to hold. Dude, insane. Dude, the midnight candle is insane. Like that opening at the midnight candle, we always struggle to get above it. So that's why I was trying to short this area a while ago. It's just I wasn't expecting that like 20-point push up. That when we pushed up 20 something points a while ago. Mm. So you should expect some resistance here at the previous day close. That's usually a 10-point trade all day. 217s, you would think 217s would be our next target up if we get through the 37s. 200s, because we'd be running this previous 4-hour candle. Back below the previous day closed. We can find support above this previous day's close. You should get another push up to the top of the 4 hours. It was hard to take this because of all this consolidation right here. To me, I was looking for that short while ago that we got stopped out on, where I was trying to short the midnight candle. We ended up getting what, almost a 50-point move back, and I was just looking for what, just very few. I'm also going to wait. I'm not going to consider a long unless we get it back above the 40s. That would need to be back above your previous day close candle. Unfortunately, guys, we did not get our $120 on the fundeds today. We only ended up with half the profit, which is the 60 bucks, or at their fees, 50 something. Very difficult area to long. We would need to get above all these wicks here at the previous day close, and probably target the previous day high up there at 217s. And we're about to have a new 5-minute candle. This is a eval trade. My goodness, we're going to get wrecked on both accounts today. Dude, we're still stuck at the previous day close. If we can't get back above 37, we're probably going back down to the 500s here. $37's the key. Just got to get above 37s. Oh, come on. We're so close. We're trying to push the 37s. There we go. It had to put us through a little bit, didn't it? It wasn't going to be easy for us. Targeting that 4-hour high up there at 217, 210. So we're going to just target at 199. Come on. Power. Someone give it a hit it with a stick or something. Only a few more points. Come on. We want the 4-hour candle. We know we want it. I don't want to give up all my profits, so we are going to at least lock in 20 points just in case it pulls back hard off the 90 level. And you got all these wicks here on the hourly candle, so it could reverse hard off that 90. Come on. That was a good trade. The only thing I hate about it is we had to wig back down below that previous day close. That previous day's close, it was all the way. You're short at 82. Come on, man. Let me get 95 first, Nix. Then you can short all you want. There we go. All right. Right below that 4-hour candle there. And the previous day high. And a pivot. A lot going on right here, guys. A lot going on right here in the 200s. All right. That was a take profit trader account trade there. Woo. Dude, that previous day close paid on both sides. It paid 10 points on the other side, and it just paid what? Almost 70 points or 60 points off the previous day close. And now we're about to hit that previous day high. Man, we just hit the top of the 4-hour candle. Look at there. Right above my box. This is why I like having my, even though, like I said, this is why I like having these big squares on here. I'm allowed to see, it allows me to see where the higher time frames is without switching charts. Even though it's a lot on your chart, but it still allows you to see. We pretty much hit the top of that 4-hour candle, and we're already kind of pulling back. Oh, against trend. Oh, goodness. Sorry if I'm missing your chat, guys. Now I can kind of focus on chats a little bit. So really no setup at the moment. I like the short back down too. I'm not sure how many points you're looking for and what you're trying to target. If anything, maybe target back. If you are, I would probably look out for the bounce right here on top of 55s if we're pulling back, because there's a bunch of wicks sitting there. The one trade that I'm super annoyed that I didn't get this morning because of the 20 point, I would have had to have almost 25 points of actually 30, because I didn't really have my entry sitting at the 100, so I was offsetting a little bit at the 90. It was this one that I got stopped out on a while ago. This one should have been a nice 50-point trade for me, or at least 40 points. And I just didn't want to sit through the drawdown. I'd rather just take my loss. I think that now I will try another long if we get above that golden line. Above that golden line with a 5-minute print with a little wick, I will long that all day. That was the same setup we took yesterday for like a 100-point move. And that's a pivot. So you want to see it print, a little wick down, to make sure it's going to hold, then push up. Then we can get on trading view and look for our next pivot to the upside. We can pull fib on this leg here and just see what kind of pullback that we're going to be kind of anticipating. So right now, if we pull back 50% of this leg, or even 40%, that would put us back around the previous day close retest. Nix, did you did you hold your short? Oh, you got your, okay. I feel like that's a good short, man. There's a lot up there for support. The pivot, the previous day high. I mean, at least get 10 to 15 points. I'm not sure how many contracts you're going in. See. Yeah, we only got half profit today, guys, on our funded. Let's show you real quick. These are the two accounts that we're copy trading. So the way we do these accounts, either we get half profit, full profit, break even, or loser. Those are just the only options that I give myself with these accounts because they're so close to payout again. So right now I'm at 52,700. This is the account that we just took $1,000 out of. And so I only got to make $1,000 to get another $1,000. So right now we're already over the threshold. So we have to get to 27,600 with this one and 53,600 with this one. So let's see. I think that's like 900 and something bucks or something like that. And unfortunately, the second trade, like I said, the reason why I'm not trading them individually, because I've always found out it seems like that second, third trade is usually where you get your funded accounts in trouble. At least that's what happened. Just like a while ago, you know. Nice on the short, man. I almost wish I would have jumped back in with you, but I just got out of that long and I just didn't want to turn around and short it since it just got out of the long. I mean, it's hard not to short the previous day high and to short a 4-hour, you know, where we just ran the 4-hour candle. Usually I like to see this play set up in the morning where we run the 4-hour low, then pop back out through. Usually I like seeing that first thing in the morning than what we got this morning. So pretty much the whole trade set up pre-market. So we ran a higher time frame. We're either looking to run a 1-hour, 4-hour candle, and this is what we ran. We stayed above the pivot. And then once we broke back out of our 15-minute candle here, this is that little gold box you see. So this is the 8 o'clock to 8 15-minute candle. This is where I usually like to take my trades above. I ended up longing above the 50, so I didn't really get the breakout that we wanted, so we had to be a little bit patient and wait for it to hit the 50. Then I waited for the little pullback. Then once it broke the 50, we jumped in. But like I said, we only got our 15 points. We didn't get the full 30. We got stopped out on this pullback here. Dude, there's your 40% previous day close. So this is setting up. If this can print and create like a nice little bull flag, be nice if you get like another little candle or even like one more 5-minute candle where you get the three red candles in a row, then take the breakout back up to the top side is what I may do on my eval if we get an opportunity. I'm waiting to take a Bulinox eval trade here. We're just trying to be patient and wait. So it looks like we're definitely pulling back at least 50% of the total move. So if you pull the leg here, so right now we're at 50% of the leg. Oh, you had it on the eval instead of your funded, Nix? Dude, that is not. It is nothing worse than wasting a eval trade when you're thinking it's a funded. That is always the worst. We're on Ninja Trader charts, Frank. Is that what happened, Nick? Oh man, that is the worst. That is the worst. And when you're thinking you're trading micros and you're on minis and you take a loss, you're thinking, oh, I only took a $60 loss. And you look over there, you done lost like $300. Oh, your internet's messing up. We can get back above this candle. You think we would continue higher here. I would have preferred to see like 3 red candles. I think 3 red candles would have made it a little bit better. It's so hard to take a long into the whole numbers. I'm not a big fan of taking longs into the 90, the 200, or the 10. So that section right there to me is always like the hardest to trade, just because a lot of times we'll hit the 90 reverse, we'll hit the 200 pull back, then we'll go up to the 10 pull back into the 90s. Like that area of entries is always so tough. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but I would always take the second push. So like we used to time our evals off on those trades when we get in between the 90 and the whole number. So 90 to 110 or 10, whatever numbers you're at. Has does anybody here trade order flow? I've been trying to like watch some stuff on order flow, but man, there's just so much stuff going on with the order flow. I don't know if I tried to let me take that off. Build some footprint candles this morning. What? How does that happen? Okay. It's like, what the heck is going on? So I did these footprint indicator, not indicators, but I guess you can call it an indicator. Footprint indicators on Ninja this morning. I guess I just figured out today that you can make your own footprint indicators on Ninja. Are we frozen? Volume. Dude, I keep messing up my stuff here. Dang it. Sorry, just trying to. Now they're small. There we go. I don't know why that keeps freezing. Hmm. For some reason, whenever man, it's very tempting to take this breakout here on a. Wow, I didn't expect such a strong pullback there. Yeah, tomorrow is a non-farm payroll futures trader. I don't understand why my charts have stopped working over here. Huh. I don't know. Like I said, we're kind of new to setting this up, so I'm even going to worry about it. I mean, this is creating an order block, so that would be almost a nice short if this candle prints. But unfortunately, we still got almost 3.5 minutes, so that's a lot. Like I said, nice order block here. Thank you guys for the likes and follows today. Hopefully everybody's at least be able to find one trade today. So we traded 3 different accounts so far today. We took our original first funded account, got stopped out on our midnight candle. I couldn't sit through the drawdown. It ended up working, but I couldn't sit through the drawdown. So I wasn't going to sit through that much drawdown. And because it could have blast any moment. So we just hit that midnight candle again, or the opening there at the 102. And the next long that we took was the previous day close up to 195. So we still got about 2.5 minutes before a new 5-minute candle. So if you're new here, these boxes that you see, they represent the higher time frame. So this box represents a hour candle, hour candle, hour candle, hour candle. So what it does, it makes up a 4-hour candle. This is the middle of the night, so I'm not up trading, so I don't care less what the hourly candles are doing. This is your 4-hour candle. You can see that we ran the 4-hour low this morning, and then basically went our 4-hour candle, not the actual 4-hour low, but the 4-hour candle low, then ran back up here and swept the high of the previous 4-hour candle. And so now we're just kind of just chopping around. These other levels, the orange lines that you see, these are just stuff that's on my trading view pivots. This way I don't have to constantly look at trading view to see where the pivots are. And the red line, that's your previous day high. This kind of beige looking line here is your previous day close. And the green one, wherever that one may be, so that's your opening. And this is the previous day low back down at 24,498. I'm wondering if we push all the way back down to the 950 pivot here. Yeah, I know. Hopefully it's not one of those mornings you just get your first. I definitely like that short, Nick. I felt like that short was all day. It would have been hard for me to not to take that short if I wasn't in the long. Just because there's so much in this area with the previous day high, the pivot plus the 4-hour high previous candle. Man, that'd have been tough not to take. We got a new 5-minute candle too. If you can't get back through that midnight candle, it's probably going to be downtown here. A lot of resistance. We broke the VWAP, and now we're heading for the 100s. We're going to be on evals now. We're going to switch over to our Bullenock eval. And we still got a long ways for a new 5-minute candle. I'm waiting for the 75 first hit first. Then I made. We already broke through the 75. Come on. Ooh. I got my runner left in here, so trying to see if I can make my runner survive. I'm just going to put my stop at the top of this wick on my runner. Got stopped out real quick. Looking for a 75 retest. So we kind of hit the 50. You want to see at least push back up to the 75 or even the 80. That's kind of where that 21 just don't want to get faked out here. Where's that? All the way back down at 10? Like I said, eval only. These are kind of hard to call out because we're taking it. They're just popping so quick, guys. So you. Probably going to get rejection at the 25 here. I'm going to take my profit on the top of... Oh, damn it. New 5-minute candle. At the 15s. Okay, good deal. Could pop back up right here. There's the pop back off that 15-minute candle. Guys, it's hard to call these out because I'm taking these on Rico candles. I'm mirroring my chart, so you see me taking them. It's just the fact that I'm over here. I'm just looking for, like I said, just different setups on the Rico candles or Hashinashi candles or whatever you guys want to call them. There's this one setup that I like with these candles that you get when you're kind of in a trend. and it's this right here. So usually anytime that I usually see two of these candles in a completely weird reversal way, so where I see like a full body candle push back up towards the, say, 75 or the whole number what we're trading off of, and then once this candle prints, I just go ahead and just jump in short, because you're almost guaranteed at least 10 points almost every time. At least whenever I've gone back and watched these candles, that always seems like a really nice setup to jump into. And you could also do the ones with the wicks too, but sometimes these are happening so fast that it's really hard to catch those. Good spot to get out. Like I said, guys, we're back to that opening 15-minute candle. Really can't consider shorts here until another short until we break below this 950. This thing could push back up. So if you pull fib, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the golden pocket on the fib. Yep. So let's see if it holds. Still got 2.5 minutes before this next candle prints. So either we need to break out the bottom of the 15-minute candle, or we need to start pushing back above the 15-minute candle. And this is my 9 o'clock candle here. All right, we got less than 2 minutes to go before our next candle. You're from Maui? Nice. I think I might have said that wrong. All right, here kind of is your line in the sand here, guys. For the longs, if you're still bullish, you got to hold this area. If you can't hold this area, it's going to probably end up selling through that bottom of that 15-minute candle here. All right. All right. What do we got? 40 seconds left. All right. 20 seconds left. Okay, so you're in Africa. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that place correctly. All right, here we go. Who's going to win the battle here? Ooh, the shorts are going to win it. or the Bears are going to win it. So ain't no use keeping the Fibonacci on no more. The Bears, come on. All right. All right, Bears have got it. Let's see what happened with this pivot here. The pivot's sitting at the 50 level here, so this could be a nice popping, nice little pop area here. Oh, nice. 900 bucks away from another funded. Man, I wish I'd have held that all the way to the pivot. We always, what am I thinking, dude? We always go to the pivots. We are nothing but running pivots. Look, pivot to pivot. I mean, that's all we're doing. Where's the next pivot down? I'll have to get that marked out real quick. I'll have to look at my trading view charts and get the next level down. Nice. Yeah, nice if you took the trade all the way to this pivot, man. What I may do here is wait for a push below the pivot and wait for a retest of the pivot. Yeah, dude, it's nothing worse than when you're thinking you're about to make good money on a funded and you take that crap on an eval. That's like the worst. Look at the fourth. Oh, the 4 hour. 4 hour. Oh. The next 4 hour candle is here. So we're actually in the 4 hour candle right now. The top of one from yesterday. It was so hard not to take that, guys. Sorry. Oof. We'll look for 25. Ooh, we're at our 15 minutes. I don't know if we get back through that 15-minute candle. Might get stuck right there. That's the bottom of the 15-minute candle. Yeah. Shoot, I don't have it marked out. Yeah, we're getting stuck at the bottom of the 15 minutes. Might only get the first 10 points. Yep. Oh, is it going to stop me out then go through? Probably so. That's how it usually goes. Is it going to get it through there? Oh, it's struggling. Oh, new candle. Damn, it closed below the 15 minutes. Or it opened below the 15 minutes. I can't grab my things. Oh, it looks like it's trying to get through those 15 minutes. I can see this thing go all the way back up to the 25,000s. Damn it. It got my runner. Sometimes runners win big. Sometimes they get trashed on. Then you just got to sit here and watch because I'm not jumping back in again. So we already missed the reversal. The reversal was off that pivot slash the top of the 4-hour candle. If you go to the left over here, this is the top of the previous day 4-hour candle. Right here, you can see we kind of just bounced off it along with the pivot there. Ooh, this thing's going back out the top. This thing's going back out the top. Nice reversal, man. We're already up, what, almost 60 points off that pivot. The pivots rules, man. You got to mark out your pivots. Go pivots. Eight minis with 15. What? 8 minis? Come on, man. That is insane. I'm over here slinging three micros. I know what'll happen if I try to sling that many minis. My crap would just get destroyed on the very first trade. It's not that I probably couldn't get a good trade here and there, but you know there's going to be that one day that I just get wrecked. There's just no way. Woo. Who are you taking 8 minis with? Is that your own account? Nice on passing the elusive eval funded trader. Dude, that's like getting a free funded account. Was that the one that you won free? Funded futures? That's like getting a free funded, if that's that one. Nice. Oh, you're thinking maybe we go back down to the yesterday's ORB? Dude, we just left so many points on the table. I got to stop doing that sometimes when I know that most time we stay above those pivots when we start pushing back up. Because that was an eval. There should have been no reason for me to be to break even that fast. Man. This is how I entered. My Rico candles went below the pivot. Once this printed, I saw this printing. I was like, shoot, we're getting long again. It's just we just didn't capitalize off of it. I was hoping that we would have got this long while ago out of the 15 minutes. That's what I was anticipating. Whenever we were pulling into this little gold box here, this is my 15 minutes. This is what I like to trade around. And so I was kind of looking for the long out of that while ago, but I wasn't sure if we would break down to the pivot or not until we did. All we can do is sit here and watch, guys. There's nothing for us to do since our entry was down there by the pivot. This is MNQ buy. So this is just micros. I'm trading small accounts, so we're trading mostly 25Ks and 50Ks, where you only got, 1,500 in drawdown and 3,000 in drawdown. So there's no way for me to trade minis without just getting wrecked on some of these trades, because most time I'm using like a 20-point stop loss. So with a 20-point stop loss with a mini, with a 50K or 25K, I mean, heck, that's like 40% of the your profit there. That's $400. So it's so I have to use three. I use three micros for my fundeds, where I'm trying to stay around the $120 risk. At most lose is $120 per account. So with my two early morning fundings that we trade, we like all I said, all we do is micros on those. It's not like you can't make money off micros. You may have to grind a little longer, but it keeps you from wrecking your accounts. Man, what is up with this? For some reason, my page is locked, so I can't pull anything on top of it. So like we just took a payout from Bewley, and so it put us back to the starting point where we're back to the 52,600, and now we have to make another $1,000. So I have two accounts, one sitting at 26,726 and the other one is sitting at 52,770. So yesterday we got the full $120. Today we only got half the target, which is basically $50-$60 after fees. So the way I do those to kind of keep myself grounded without making any big mistakes, it's either, if it's a loss, we don't try to get it back. You just take your $120 loss and say, it happens. You're not going to be 100% every day. Or you take 50% of your profit, which is the 15 points, which I got today. It's not that we didn't get the full 30-point move up. It's just I pretty much went to break even. As soon as I hit 10 points on those breakout trades in the morning, I pretty much go to break even on my fundeds. So either it's going to pop and give me the 30, or I'm just going to secure the 15 or a break even trade. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately, just to try to help protect my funded accounts. Now, if you see me over here going a little heavy, it's always an eval. So I always try to let you guys know what I'm trading, between evals or fundeds. Let's pull the good old Fibonacci on this and see if that was the 50% pullback. I want to say it's 143 so low. So right now we have a total of 5 funded accounts with Bulanox. I'm trying to get up to 10. I'm about, what is that? Let me see how far. I'm like $800 to $900 away from getting another payout with a 50K and a 25K. So let's see how much I need here. So 27,600 minus 26. So I got to make $870 on my 25K. And if you add another, I got just a tad bit more on my 50K, like $43. So I need about $830 on the 50K. So roughly, hopefully about 7 or 8 more trades, I can get those two accounts to pay out because we're copy trading them. Yeah, we're doing copy trading on those two accounts in the mornings. Actually, I need to disconnect my copy trader because I try not to leave that on because you don't want to make a mistake on the copy trader. Dude, I can't even bring that crap over. All right, copy trader deactivated. I thought the 50Ks solo were 148. I thought it was like a $5 or $10 difference. I could be wrong though. So do I got to get all 3 of my funded accounts above the threshold before they'll unlock another funded account so I could have 4? Or do you know that, Solo? Okay, well, I have 2 above the threshold. Well, maybe it has to stay. Does Does it? Do you just got to be above the 2600, right? Or do you got to be above the 3600? Or what do you got? Okay, so I took the money out, so it's no longer above the 3600. So we didn't give it time to unlock a second one or fourth one. We're like, nope. Let's. Oh, it should still count. Well, let me check again. I haven't looked. I looked yesterday and I didn't see it unlocked because I wanted to pay for it if we did. No, they're still under pending status. Or at least two are under pending status. Send a ticket. All right. Yeah, I will after I'm done streaming. Let me. Put the methodical man on. I forgot to turn you on this morning, methodical man. I was trying to have some peace and quiet. Kind of slow today. Nice if you were able to hold that trade off that pivot, guys. We're just pretty much sitting here watching it go up. There's just no entry for us at the moment. I hate that I was long from that low down or, that farther down, and I got stopped out on my runner. And that was like a 100-point trade. Thank you guys for the follows and likes over here on TikTok today, guys. So hopefully everybody's keeping their account safe. Tomorrow we will approach the opening with cautious because tomorrow is non-farm payroll. So I'm anticipating the charts to be kind of jacked up in the morning. So we're probably not going to have the kind of that clean action that you look for in the morning. And all of our EMAs are kind of flat right now. So you got the 50, the 9, and the 21 just all smashed on top of each other. And anytime you see your EMAs moving averages kind of smacked together like that, it just indicates chop. So be careful if you're entering this high up. Like I said, your entry, if you were going to enter, you probably should have been long down there, kind of where I was at, around the 60 area if you were planning on entering. And that's at the pivot and that 4-hour low of the previous candle. It's almost like who's going to win the consolidation box. Uh, be careful of that midnight candle there. A lot of times we'll re-hit that, and it'll take a little bit to get through that usually. Whew. Is there anybody in a position now? Are you still in a position looking for a certain target? Like I said, I'm not going to long into that midnight candle, guys, because most of the time that's a short for me. That was the short that we took first thing this morning. So on TikTok, guys, I did switch over to just a vertical screen. For some reason, I don't know what I'm doing wrong with TikTok. I try to take any type of advertisement off because they keep flagging my channel for some reason, but they don't really tell me what I'm doing wrong. So I'm trying to keep from getting my live access taken away. So this is why we're only doing vertical today. But I'm thinking it was the word advertising because you're not really allowed to advertise on TikTok unless it has something to do with them. So I made sure I took all that off. You're green across from accounts. Yeah, we're in chill mode now. Myself, if I will take another eval trade if we can maybe print above the, say, either the 25 100s or possibly the 25 137s. I don't really want to get long in between those levels because those are one of the levels we longed earlier was at 37. So we just being chill, patient. And what time is it? And we're getting into that time of the day server where you start taking trades out there 11 some days after you've had a good morning and you start just getting yourself in trouble. That's what we did yesterday. I was green. Everything was good. Then I had to get a little on the reckless side with the eval. so oh, my poor eval. It took a hit. Good thing it was one of them 90% evals, but I'd have been pouting off screen if it was one of those expensive ones. Cause I mean, heck, those take profit trader accounts are pretty pricey. Oh goodness. If you're longing here, like I said, be careful longing into that midnight candle. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see let me put my, I got to see the time here. All right. We got what? Less than a minute for a new 5-minute candle. Still no trades on the funded. Dude, if you missed your funded setup today, Nick, it's almost safer not to even try it because anytime in the past, whenever I miss my funded trade and I still try to make a funded trade happen, it ends up going against me. Especially this late in the morning. I want to, but the only thing is I cannot take a long into that midnight opening. There's always a lot of resistance around that midnight opening. This is why I tried to short this earlier, and you're right. Like right now, you're pulling up right to that midnight opening candle, and you're already pulled back freaking 30 points. This, if you see this dotted blue line, this is the midnight opening. You would almost need to get above this midnight candle. Yeah, I hit $100. I got over $100 on one of my. I finally got one of the $500 trading days on elusive. So we're not going to get it today. we're going to be in the red on that account today. So, and I'm not going to try to get it back. There's no reason to try because I know if I do, it'll just get worse. Don't long into the midnight open. If you're going to, short it. At least, well, not here, but I'm saying like if up here around the midnight candle at 102. To me, it's never really safe to take trades when your EMAs are stacked on especially on the 5 minutes. If your EMAs are all kind of stacked together, like within like say 5 to 10 points apart, you're just going to get choppy mess. So either that or you need to be good at trading range. And I don't ever trade range very well, but if you're good at trading range, that's probably the type price action you're going to get. So I'm feeling like it's going to be one of these mornings where you get the one good move up, the one good move down, and the rest of the morning is just going to be chopping sideways. Because we have non-farm payroll in the morning. So the market may be waiting on those numbers for tomorrow. How many accounts did you get green today, server? Even my EMAs and the Rico candles are smashed together at the moment. The Ricos are even chopping sideways. I mean, it is in a trend to the upside, but they're still just smashed together. Yeah, going back to long and above this 102, I just feel like it'd be very risky to long between 100 and 37. So between that range, even if you got long at the 102s, you're going to run into these wicks right here on the 5 minute candles. Man, that's pretty good. You're already on your fifth 100 trading day with Luciv. That's nice. Push. Is there anybody long or in a position? I got to turn back on some music. I got to mute some of this stuff. I got like, I swear, like 3 different streams in my ear over here. Who else are you guys listening to? Because usually, I would always listen to like multiple people stream too. I didn't know who else are you guys listening to in the morning time or flipping around between streams. All right, are we gonna get through the blue line here? Oh, well, thank you, Nix. Dude, you trade a lot yourself, man, because you'll be trading the mornings and the nights. What time zone are you in, Nix? I'm in Central Time, so it's technically what? It's a 10 o'clock where I'm at. Okay, so you're in the same time area. Okay. Oh, Minnesota. Oh, okay. I've never been that far up north, which I don't travel a lot anyway. I've only been up that farther north like one time. I think we took like a family trip to do the whole Washington D.C. thing with all the museums and zoos and that type of stuff. But heck, that's been like 8-9 years ago. That's been a long time. The kids were a little bit younger then. Now we just basically just go to the beach at around the Gulf Shores, the Florida-Alabama line. I don't go many places. We either go there and we go to Atlanta, Georgia, and we go to where Methodical Man's at because my parents and siblings live there in the same county where Methodical Man lives. What's up, Papa? How are you doing today? Right now, we're just kind of chopping back and forth. We're kind of in a range. There's not really a lot to do. It almost looks like a nice little ugly bearish flag because we're making higher lows. Well, we just broke that previous candle. Yeah, I know. It kind of looks like it wants to push down, but who knows? I don't want to get myself trapped in a trade. So we're just going to sit here and wait. I really didn't like the shorts unless we got back below that pivot down here at 950. So okay, you feel the market's going to go low over the next few months? Yeah, we're probably overdue for a correction. We've been just pretty much super bullish, forever it seems like. We've had those like little quick corrections where we pull back like 800 to 1,000 points, but then we just recover it the next day. That's why I'm always like wondering why people get all up crazy. Like, oh no, the market just lost 900 points. Then the very next day, that thing is up 900 points. Me, as someone who watches the market every day, I'm like, ooh, yeah, because you know that we're about to be able to get some opportunities for the move back up. So I'm honest with you, I could care less what the market's doing, man. Man, we just broke that little trend line there. So to me, I mean, for anybody that likes playing trend lines, how much time we got left on this 5-minute candle? Oh, we're about to get a new 5-minute candle? Woo wee. What was that, the 25 bounce? You want to see it push back up. I didn't pull fib on this candle, so I don't really know how far we pulled back, but it looks about 40 to 50%, 30-40%. And that's pretty normal. To the 25, back to the 50. So now you would think the next move, if we continue lower, is going to be down to the 10 here, or where this is at. You want it to be fairly quick. Let me put my thing back up here above this. What do we got till 15 before the top of that 15-minute candle? We can run into resistance at the 15, so kind of have to get to break even fairly fast just in case it bounces off that 15. Pigeon. Let's go see no suitcase. I don't know if I'd be trading my fund at this late in the evening. I'd be scared too. Damn it. We keep rejecting off that 25 level, man. Come on. Give me my 10 points, then you can do whatever you want, Mr. Market. Pretty normal. Bounce off the whole number at the 25K. We could push back up. We're inside the 15-minute candle. Yeah, I like taking the move back into the I like when it pulls back like that, looking for that 30 to 40% pullback of the candle, and I like to rip back through it. I wish it was a little bit faster, but I probably have been a little bit more stressed out if it was a funded, but with the eval, you can sit through that with the eval. Dude, we get through these 25Ks, guys. It's probably downtown from here. We just got to get through these 25. Just got to get through the 25,000s. Go, 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 go. Just so close. We're just going to be targeting those 4-hour lows. Beautiful. If I get below 75, we're going to try to take profit down to the 25,000s so we don't completely not get anything because this thing could yank back up on us. All right, we just hit the 75. I'm expecting resistance. Maybe not. That thing was like, screw you, 75. Nice. to the pivot for the bounce. Sweet. The pivot for the bounce, guys. Got to have your pivots marked out. Pivots for the bounce. Wow, look at the rejection off the pivot. You know how it would have went through that pivot if I had a long at the pivot. Like last night, I tried to take a long off a pivot, man. That thing just blasted it. I got wrecked. Wrecked. All right. Nice. Sorry, guys. Looking for one of my things here. Okay. The only account that we didn't make any profit on today was the elusive funded account, guys. So no profit for the elusive funded today. Everything else is green. All right, we're moving into that no trade time, which is the 11:30 hour. So oh, the pivot for the bounce. Hopefully you took profit, guys. Got to take profit before that pivot sometimes. Wow, look at the reversal. Like I said, you know what happened is if I'd have took the long off that pivot, it would have went through the pivot. All right, guys, like I said, that was going to be my last trade of the morning. I don't have anything to do today. We may come back and do power hour this evening. How do you fix your consistencies? I made 45 and today I made 1100. What size account is that? User 88. Hi. I would just see how much you went over. Oh, 100K. That doesn't sound like you should have went over consistency with $1,100. How much are you allowed to make? I mean, I would think it would be more than that because I want to say the 25Ks is like $500. So I would look and see what you're allowed to make. It sounds like I would think you would be allowed to make more than $1,100 on a 100K account. Let me look real quick. I can see. Golly, boy. Hurts my eardrums. What's the difference between the eval and the finder? Oh, all right. Let me look on here real quick and see what you're allowed to make on the 100Ks. I'm looking. I don't know why I can't find it. Oh, shoot. I haven't looked at much of the stuff on their site since they changed everything. Well, I only have a 25K. I was trying to look and see what it was for the 100K. Oh, add account. There it is. All right, so here we go. For what kind of fund account do you have? Oh, look, man, we just lost that pivot. That thing's probably going to go. It says that you just have to follow a 40% consistency rule. So let's see. $1,200 is what you're allowed to make on that 100K Pro. So you're still good. You're still under the threshold. Let's see the flex. Flex is 50%, so you can't make more than $1,500. So you should be good. Wait, you passed it in one day. Now I think with their evals it's 50% though. Dude, the flex have none. You can just full port them babies. Oh, Methodical Man says pros can be passed in one day. I'm not sure what kind of elusive that you have, user. Flex has the consistency rules, evals, but not in the funded. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for watching today. We're going to try to stay away from trading the 10:30 or 11:30 hour because yesterday we did that and we got ourselves in trouble. So we're not going to do that today. We're pretty much green across the board. We are red a little bit in our elusive account. So we still have $200 total profit in it. But like I said, we took about a $100 loss this morning, or $75, $80 loss in our elusive account. Yeah, it's a red day on the elusive. That's the only one I took a loss. And it was actually a winner because I tried to short that midnight candle up there at 102. Dude, I just didn't want to sit through that 25 points of drawdown. And, man, after it did that, this thing ended up just dumping freaking, 80 points, 70 points off of that midnight candle. Thank you guys. Everyone have a wonderful day. And we may be back for Power Hour because I don't have anything going on today. So everybody keep their accounts safe during the lunch hour. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Nick. Well, if I don't see you at Power Hour, we'll see you around tonight during the overnight stream.